Hello everyone, it's Phil Jones from Projector Reviews, and joining me is Cam Valentine. Cam, say hello.
Hello everybody.
And today we're going to be talking about gaming on a projector. In this video series, sponsored by BenQ, we're going to be covering really cool games that are great to play on a projector. So Cam, what game are we doing this month?
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
So can you tell me a little bit about this game?
Tiny Tina's Wonderland is the ultimate shoot-a-looter game where it's fast action, first-person shooter, got crazy weaponry, and the dialogue's hilarious. Actually listen to what the characters are saying, and you'll bust up cracking laughing.
I've never heard shooter-looter game before. That's when I know he is an actual game guy. So what systems is this game available on?
PlayStation, Xbox, and Windows-based PC. If you're playing on a Windows-based PC, you will need an Epic Games account to play it. And also coming soon, it'll be on a Steam account. But I checked it today just to make sure it wasn't already active. It still says coming soon to Steam players.
Okay. So can you give me a little bit about that game? What is that game about?
So Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is, think of a Dungeons and Dragons style game. Matter of fact, Tiny Tina, who is the dungeon master of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, calls her game B&B, which sounds like D&D for bunkers and badasses. And it's a historical game with a bunch of characters, and you get to custom build your own character, kind of like in Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. Now, do you have like weapons and all of that type of stuff?
Tons of weapons. You have axes, swords, mallets, shotguns, rifles, handguns, shoot flames, lasers, ice balls, ice spikes. Everything you can think of. It is one of the ultimate hack and slash type first-person shooter games.
Okay, so we didn't have time to go through and play every level of the game, but we are going to talk a little bit about what was it like to play it on a projector. So what projector did you choose, Cam, for this particular test?
For the Tiny Tina's, we chose the BenQ TK700, which is a 4K HDR lamp-based gaming projector specifically tailored towards competition games and first-person shooters.
So what are some things about the projector that makes it more suitable for playing competitive, like competition first-person shooter type games?
A really low input lag. It's at 16.67 seconds input lag. Since it senses a source, in this case, I was using a Sony PlayStation 5. So as you plug in your HDMI cable, it's going to auto-sense the metadata from your PlayStation, and it puts itself into its game mode with the fastest settings. And then you also have an option to click another button within the gaming system that's called fast mode, and it drops that's how you get your 16.67 milliseconds input lag.
Are there picture modes too that impact like what you see in the shadows and stuff like that?
Yeah, black detail enhancement, so you can see into the shadows a little bit better with the black detail enhancement.
Okay, so Cam, there's a lot of benefits to playing on a large immersive screen, but you have a gaming rig as well, right?
Correct. I have a liquid-cooled gaming PC that's dedicated to just gaming, and it has a 3080 graphics card in it. However, gaming on a PC, it's you on a monitor, you're up close and you're playing it. And switching to something like a projector, now it's more immersive, and you can bring friends and family in. You all can play off of a projector screen, especially with Tiny Tina's with the split screen.
Yeah, because the first thing is I can't imagine you guys both cramped up next to your 32-inch gaming monitor trying to both play next to your desk. So having a projector makes it more of a social activity. You can sit on the couch with your kids and actually play.
Yes.
So, and besides that, you mentioned split screen. What's the benefit of the split screen?
Split screen, especially on a projector screen, in my case 110-inch, means when you split your screen, you each still have a huge section that you can view what you're doing. So your character is still huge. In the case of Tiny Tina's, the sights for your weaponry is still huge, so you can still get on target and not miss anything. Whereas imagine trying to do a split screen on, and in my case, I have a curved gaming monitor, but trying to huddle up and split screen that's not gonna happen. doing it on a projector with a projector screen. It's awesome.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about the split screen thing, because that is true. Because you could have an 85-inch TV, and the second you split screen it for 4 players, you have a 40-something. Or if you have a 65-inch TV, a 32.
Right.
If you have a 55-inch TV, a 25.
Right.
If you have a 120-inch screen, right, you still have a gigantic square that you get that's dedicated just to you.
Absolutely. It was awesome.
Yeah, so I could see doing that in games like this, or even like maybe a driving game like Gran Turismo, or something where they'll do something like a split screen.
Gran Turismo will be coming up, and I'll report back on that one.
Yeah, that's the one that I actually wanted, but he actually gets to do that. So for a single person playing, it's this amazing immersive experience. But when you want to play social with others, that's where it really starts to shine, when you do things like split screen type games. Also, and a lot of times when I'm playing games, the rest of my family's actually watching too on a projector. Is that the case at your house too?
Yes, yes. Everybody likes to sit down and watch. So it's weird, like you could be playing the game and then you can start having a crowd forming around you as they're watching you play, because it's kind of fun watching people play. And I'm a pretty hardcore gamer. I like playing my games, but at the same time, when my kids are playing, sometimes I just like sitting back and watching them play through the game. It's just as fun.
Yeah, it's almost like an interactive movie for the people that are watching. And they're saying, look out, Dad, watch out, Dad.
Yes.
Look at that, turn around.
Yes.
They're just as engrossed in the game as you while you're playing. So you're immersed in it, but not everybody else is watching it too, and they get pulled into the experience. I mean, this whole videos series that are on YouTube specifically about people playing games and you're watching. So it's the same type of thing that's going on with the projector in your house.
Yes, absolutely. And I just did that today. My daughter was playing Tiny Tina's, and she built a Spore Warden character, which has a little mushroom companion. He runs around and does battle with you. And her Spore Warden, the little mushroom companion, was getting attacked. I was like, behind you, your character, he's being attacked. So she was able to go over there and save her little mushroom companion, and you could bring him back to life, and then it put a little thing on there. I can't remember what it says, something about like kill save or life save, because she saved it just in time where nobody died. It was actually hilarious.
Were there any scenes that really stood out, that looked really cool, playing it on the projector?
The intro, so the intro is wild. So you're not quite sure what's going on. You just see a crazy looking lady with a witch hat on, and there's a robot, and she's just talking to everybody and building up what the game is. And the whole intro scene of her hovering over the table is really, really cool, and it looks good on the projector, especially when you're, in my case, I have a 110-inch screen. When it's large and in charge like that, it looks great, especially with all the colors in the game.
So what about sound? Is it any cool sound effects or anything? Would that be good with like the projector's sound system, or maybe a surround sound system?
I'm laughing because for anyone who has actually played the game, you'll know it has the most crazy sounds in this game, in between the skeletons running around in the background and explosions and crackling voices. So the BenQ TK700 here has a single 5-watt speaker, so it's not going to blow you out of your seat or anything like that, but it's enough to get the job done. And you got to keep in mind, this is made to be taken around to gaming competitions. I mean, it's small enough you could throw it inside your backpack and go to your gaming competition. You need just enough sound to hear what's going on. You have a couple of projection screens set up in your house. Yes.
One of them is, your darkened theater space for watching movies.
Right.
But you also have another place where you've been playing video games, and your kids have been playing video games on it. How does this projector do in like a little bit of ambient light?
So the TK700 has 3,200 ANSI lumens, so it's bright enough to cut through most ambient light. So, I mean, unless you're playing out in the middle of the street, of course it's not going to work. But for the normal amount of ambient light, those lumens cut through pretty good.
One of the things that's great about playing video games these days is how colorful they are. Is this a really colorful game?
Yeah, Tiny Tina's is a really, really colorful game, especially in the boss fights. And they have a section where there's an overhead shot of your character. So it's normally a first-person shooter game. You're looking through the eyes of your character. But they also have another section you can go into where it's an overhead shot, and you can see all the trees that are green, the different enemies, the other characters you can interact with. They're all in colors, and this projector just shows those colors just perfectly. Yeah.
One of the things I like about BenQs too is they're pretty darn color accurate out of the box. So thank you, Cam, for coming and talking about, what's the name of the game?
Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland. Over the next few months, we're going to be looking at more games that have been recommended by BenQ. So what is the next game that's on the radar?
The next game on the radar is Assassin's Creed, the Anniversary Edition, and I'll be playing that. I'll write a full review on projectorreviews.com, and then we'll also make another video, let you know how I felt about the game.
Okay, yeah. So large immersive experiences really pull you into the game, and there's nothing like playing a game on a projector. So take care, everybody, and we will talk to you soon.